Good morning, and I want to thank everyone for being here today. I'm Keeney Knudsen. I'm the Director of Street Transportation for the City of Phoenix. And I want to talk just generally, our department, our mission is to make sure we're providing safe, efficient, and reliable transportation across the city. And that keeps us very busy as a staff and what we do. But sometimes we get to work on important community projects like this one. So in the past, we've recognized national figures, leaders, and landmarks through our ceremonial sign program. We already honor Cesar Chavez's legacy on his birthday every year, and now we're also taking it a step further. The project of honoring Cesar Chavez, an Arizona native and a national activist, and placing his name alongside Baseline Road is a special one. These signs are placed at 23 signalized intersections across the City of Phoenix limits. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, I do want to thank everybody for being here, but I wanted to acknowledge some of the folks who are in attendance today. So I'd like to start with first Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, Vice Mayor Carlos Garcia, Councilwoman Yasmin Ansari, former representative of the Council District 7, Michael Nowakowski, and Deputy City Manager Mario Paniagua. I'd also like to acknowledge my team who worked very hard on this and very quickly on pulling this project together. Our Street Transportation Department sign shop. They designed and fabricated these signs and also got them installed in a very quick fashion. So I want to thank them for their hard work. We'd also like to thank Cesar Chavez High School for their partnership for this event and for allowing us to celebrate his namesake school just around the corner from the Cesar Chavez Park as well. And of course, we'd like to thank our media partners for attending today's ceremony and helping share this great news with all of Arizona. So without further ado, I'd like to bring to the podium Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego.
Good morning, I'm Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, and I am honored to join with my colleagues today to celebrate the ceremonial unveiling of signs recognizing Cesar Chavez in the city of Phoenix. Cesar Chavez will be recognized at 23 intersections on Baseline Road, stretching through multiple council districts. Cesar Chavez has strong support from the truckers of Phoenix who are celebrating with us today with a honk. The 23 intersections span between 75th Avenue and 48th Streets. It recognizes Cesar Chavez's history in our country, but also in Arizona. Cesar Chavez was born and passed away in Arizona. He fought injustices here by fasting for 24 days at Santa Rita Hall in Phoenix, near 11th and Hadley Streets. We are proud to honor his work and legacy and remind us of his goals and commitment to justice in this community. Cesar Chavez joins other national civil rights leaders who are honored in the city of Phoenix. Just a few streets to the north of here, we see a street bearing ceremonial signs recognizing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The city of Phoenix recognizes community leaders, both national and local, with street signs throughout the city of Phoenix. In addition to Dr. Martin Luther King, there are signs honoring local leaders, including Dr. Louisa Stark and Bishop Barnwell in this community. It's a great way to share our values and celebrate. It's a great way to share our values and celebrate our history in this city. This series of signs was supported by the Cesar Chavez family, and we appreciate their support for this, as well as other sites within the city of Phoenix that honor his legacy, including the Cesar Chavez Library and Park. Want to recognize former Councilman Michael Nowakowski, who initially spearheaded this idea and moved the project forward. It passed the City Council unanimously, and with strong support from my colleagues who are here today, including Vice Mayor Garcia and Councilwoman Ansari. A unanimous vote at the City of Phoenix is always an exciting moment. And want to thank you all for joining us today. I'll turn it back to our Streets Director to introduce the next speakers.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. And now I'd like to bring to the podium Vice Mayor Carlos Garcia.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. To some, this might just be another ceremonial sign, but like was mentioned, MLK on Broadway, this sign marks a responsibility. It is important for us to not only recognize these individuals and the movements that they were part of, but also to try to act and be like them, to make sure that we live with the struggles and build on the struggles that they built. There's a lot of quotes from Cesar Chavez that I love, that inspired us over the years, but I want to read one that's probably not as friendly as the ones that we're used to hearing. And it says, "Talk is cheap. It is the way we organize and use our lives every day that tells what we believe in." So I think beyond these signs, when we see them, they serve two purposes. For the folks that did not know or do not know about the UFW and Cesar Chavez's lives, they could learn. But for those of us that know what that struggle was like, it is our responsibility to continue and build on that struggle and continue to work with integrity, dignity, and that service that Cesar led with. And so I'm really excited about these signs going up, but I'm also excited to be reminded every time I drive down Baseline that I must live with integrity and continue to serve as Cesar did. And I want to thank the council members who made this possible, Councilmember Nowakowski, who's lived a life of service within the UFW, and I think he's making remarks himself. It is important for us to continue to do this work beyond putting these signs up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Now I'd like to bring up to the podium Councilwoman Yasmin Ansari.
Thank you, Mayor Gallego, Vice Mayor Garcia, Director Knudsen, former Councilmember Nowakowski, for coming here to District 7 on this historic day. All across District 7, you'll find many buildings, monuments, city properties, honoring the legacy of Cesar Chavez, including the beautiful Cesar Chavez Park and Public Library, which serve residents across Laveen and South Phoenix. There are many reasons that his name crops up all over District 7, Phoenix, and the Southwest. As many of us know, Cesar was a leading fighter for farm workers across the country, putting his life at risk and on the line to bring better working conditions for Arizonans and millions of Americans. His impact in Arizona today is reflected in so many different organizations and leaders like Unite Here, Lucha, Chispa, and many others who work hard to promote stronger labor rights, public health, and environmental justice. So I'm so proud to stand here today with all of you to unveil yet another beautiful monument to the legacy of Cesar Chavez, a leader who has inspired me to work hard for others just as he has inspired millions more. And as the mayor and the vice mayor said, I hope that we can use this as a reminder in our work at the city of Phoenix to promote better working conditions, promote environmental justice, and so many others. Thank you so much for coming here to District 7 today. Very exciting.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman Ansari. Now, to round out our speakers today, I'd like to bring up to the podium former council member of District 7, Michael Nowakowski.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the mayor, our vice mayor, and Yasmin for all their leadership in making this all possible. Also, I like to give a little token of appreciation. It's we had one of the premieres. There's 3 premieres of the Cesar Chavez movie, and one of them was right here in downtown Phoenix at the Orpheum. And this was just a little gift that the Chavez family gave out to all those individuals invited to the premiere. So I'd like to give these out to our mayor, vice mayor, and Yasmin for everything that you've done to keep this legacy alive of Cesar Chavez. But what's really important about it is it's not just a prayer. It's actually a way of life. And this kind of summarizes the whole Cesar Chavez movement in a prayer form. And I'll just read it really quick because I think this really sums everything together, right? It says, "Show me the suffering of the most miserable, so I know my people's plight. Free me to pray for others, for you are present in every person. Grant me courage to serve others, for in service there is true life. Bring forth song and celebration, so that the Spirit will be alive among us. Let us remember those who have died for justice, for they have given us life, and help us love even those who hate us, so that we can change the world. And I think the last part, help us love even those that hurt us, that speak ill about us, that hate us, so that we can change the world. And I think that's what this is all about, is changing the world one person at a time. And having that sign there of Cesar Chavez, individuals that drive down this boulevard will say, who was this man? And hopefully they'll take their smartphones and look up and see all the wonderful things that Cesar Chavez has done. There's those few individuals that in our lifetime have come and made the biggest difference, like Martin Luther King. And I just really want to thank the mayor for leading that effort to naming that Martin Luther King Boulevard and now the Cesar Chavez Boulevard. Those are the individuals that we want our children to follow their examples of how to make change in a nonviolent way. So on behalf of the Nowakowski family, I just really want to give you this token of our appreciation if y'all would like to come up here. And just remember, si se puede. You have to have that si se puede attitude in your life.
So thank you, former Councilman Nowakowski. I would like to now, as we get ready to unveil the sign, I just wanted to say again, the City of Phoenix Street Transportation Department is honored to help play a role in the legacy of celebrating Cesar Chavez and his contributions to our community and with these ceremonial signs. So without further ado, I'd like to ask our street transportation crew to unveil the ceremonial street name sign to honor Cesar Chavez. So we can do this on a countdown. Maybe we start with 5. 5, 4, 3,